Appreciate you being here. It's awesome seeing all you guys here. It's good to be back home. We've had 3 crazy weeks. Um, Different time zones, different things, did different excuses, weather, wind, had it all. And Not at any point in time have I heard one complaint. Our team has answered the bell every game. One of those being a loss. They played their tails off, and we just weren't quite clicking in the first weekend like we kind of have the last couple. So played a really good schedule. Very happy with that, and got a lot of good performances. Got a lot of depth. Had this first year that I've always said that our depth has gotten better and better each year. It's at a point that it makes me a little bit uneasy at times because we've got some kids that deserve at bats that I'm having a hard time getting at bats. But we're going to keep plugging away and make that happen. And just very happy with the way this team has responded to last year. I think it would be easy to let your guard down, feel sorry for yourselves. And that's not what this team has done. They've dug in, they've accepted some new change and some things, and responded in a great way. So I'm very proud of them. All the credit to them and what they've done. They deserve it, and I just can't wait for our fans here to get to watch some of these kids running around this field. It's pretty cool to watch.
Kenny, what you think of the new vision plan, softball stadium? I know we've talked about it for years.
Yeah.
To finally kind of have something in place. What are you seeing there?
I mean, it's neat. I mean, it's I've known about it for a long time, so probably not as excited as everyone else is right now because I know we still got a lot of work to do. But I'm thankful that Chad has been able to put that together so that we get people out there that want to if they want to be a part of this, they now have like a dream. They can dream along with us too. And I've always learned from Coach Holder that you got to be able to sell a dream to people and explain to them the impact that they can have on young people forever. And so that's the way we'll go about it. There's no reason to change that mentality. It's worked very well, and it's not only worked well, it's come to fruition. It's proof in the pudding. So I'm excited for all the sports that have an opportunity to really go. I would tell you that I think the football human performance deal, it's 2 separate deals but one facility. We got to get people to step up and make that happen. That is a big deal for football, which we all need because we need them to be great. We need the performance side for all of our athletes and our community and our state, which is a huge part. It's not just athletes; it's for people all over fighting real problems like diabetes. That's so rampant in our state. We need that. That is a big deal. We need the basketball deal. Like that needs to happen. Like we're one of maybe. I don't know. You guys probably know better than me, but our basketball teams are not playing with a full deck. Like they don't have the facilities that a lot of these schools have. OU's had a practice facility for 10 plus years, and they've redone it twice. Like we've yet to have one. So these are important things in recruiting. They're important things in competition and development. And then the rest of us will kind of trickle in. I think there is no time frame. I mean, I'm thinking if somebody walked up and said, hey, I want to make softball happen, then softball is going to go first. That's how this is going to work, I think. But I'm just going to keep my head down like we've done here. Complain some, not a whole lot. Just feels better when you can complain some. And then just remember that we have a pretty nice facility that we've outgrown. And we can win. With what we've got. It's not hurting recruiting, so I'm not going to give you that excuse. I walk kids in here every year and they're blown away. So it will always be about who's inside, not what it looks like on the outside. The people that are looking only on the outside are probably not the people that we want in our program because they're probably a little bit shallow and are coming for the wrong things.
you mentioned you'll just kind of keep your head down, but do you put your fundraising cap on a little harder? Do you seek out potential boosters, or is that just going to kind of get taken care of over your head?
No, I think we'll be very involved in all that. I mean, I've been having a fundraising cap on here for 8 years. I mean, we raise a lot of money here. This team, I think last month we raised probably in excess of $150,000. Had a big gift of $100,000. We're always working, and there's more people that are coming to the table, which is kind of cool. We have a board out here that's got kind of lists. If underneath the elevator there, it's our donor board, and it's pretty impressive. What's maybe the most impressive is to see our alumni on there that are at the top. It tells you how impactful college athletics are to people, and so I will always fundraise here. I enjoy it. It's not work. I don't look at it as work at all. It's a necessary thing. And what better way to? I mean, all I do is talk about our team. I'm not some fundraising like genius here. You know what I mean? I just talk about our team and be passionate about that. And when we do that, people get excited.
Is it easier to sell the dream, as you say, when you have now that your past money's announcement?
Yeah.
You can show them a picture of what it might look like, things like that.
I would assume so. You know what I mean? Like, I think it will be. I mean, I've sent that out a lot to recruits, to other people, but you know, you can imagine what's the first thing that they ask is, well, what's the timeline? I don't know. So like, that's not the answer they want to hear, right? But the more people we get it to, the more people that we get in front of, the more people that get to come watch us play and experience what you all do and what I get to each day. That's when they get excited and things happen. So
you talked about having a mini O-Brain. How involved were you with the concept art and kind of maybe eventually what it'll ultimately look like, the stadium? None.
It's not even really what it'll look like. It's a picture. It looks like Go Great. I did tell them, I said, you know, when they asked me, well, what would be your dream? I said, it's right over there. I don't need it that big, but it does. There's no reason it shouldn't look just like that. So that's kind of the way we've started it. We haven't even had a ton of talks. Those are going to start to happen. The biggest thing I told them, the one real advantage I think that we've had here is that front door there. That front door is the main thoroughfare for this facility. And they have to walk right by my office first. There's a window there. There's a door that's always open. Unless I'm doing something that I need privacy, my door is open 99% of the time here. I don't even shut it at night. I leave here at night, I don't lock it. It just stays as open. So we don't want to lose that in this new facility. I want our players to have to enter through the main door and then work to wherever they're going to go. So when they showed me the plans about a month and a half back of what they had done, I was blown away. I'll be very honest. It was maybe I put my expectations down some, but I was blown away. And when I asked Chad kind of what the budget figure would be when he gave me the answer, I was like, okay, we're serious. Like this is real. And so I don't mean telling you none as a negative. I'm not mad. They've been trying to keep it quiet, just between kind of Chad and maybe Reed and a few others. They're just trying to keep it quiet so stuff's not leaking out. And so I'm great. I'm great. I was actually, to tell you a story, I was at my convention and a bunch of coaches were asking me, hey, what's the deal? Like, you have this new baseball field. Why aren't you guys having this? Why is there no talk? And I said, I don't know. I'm not even worried about it. It's probably not gonna happen. And literally 3 hours later, that same day, I got a text from Chad that said, hey, when you're back in town, we want to meet and talk about. And I was like, okay, crazy. So you just never know, you know what I mean? And again, I'm excited for all of our sports. When I saw that wrestling thing, I was like, damn, like that is going to be a showstopper, and they need it, you know what I mean? And when I looked at an indoor track, like that thing, wow. It's crazy. So we don't have a lot of the nuts and bolts and rooms and all that kind of stuff, but what's going to be inside yet, but we'll get there. You know, we got to select an architect first. I mean, I can't imagine what that cost. That had to cost a lot to get that all done. And then now you got to go get an architect and get real drawings done. They're going to cost them, you know, you're probably, I don't know, 10 to 15 million deep in just that kind of stuff. And you've got nothing to show for it except a picture. You know what I mean? So it's going to be interesting to see how all that goes. But we're committed here. We always have been. We do things right. We're not going to incur a bunch of debt. And that's a coach Holder thing. And I'm actually thankful for Chad that he's going to keep going down that same path, because what that does is solidify the fact that we can still win here with what we've got.
Is there any urgency so that way you don't continue to outgrow this place, and also you can use it as, you know, recruiting, that you have a timeline set up whenever that gets there?
I don't know. I don't have any sort of urgency. I mean, my focus is solely on our team and this journey. So that's just kind of nice to have. It'll go away in a couple of days. People will quit talking about it as much, and then we'll be back to normal. So it's just kind of getting through the news cycle and getting through all that. So I don't really have. It's not weighing on me. I'm not losing any sleep. If that's what you're asking, I'm not. I just got to focus on what we do have. So
On the field, has anything surprised you through these first couple of weeks? Have you learned anything that you didn't know about your team?
I knew our offense was good. I knew we had a chance to be really good. I'm maybe a hair shocked on how we performed, and we have this I'm going to cut your throat out mentality. It's suffocating. We hit the ball hard. I've never been a part of a team that hits the ball like this. I am very excited about that. So the offense is maybe a hair of a surprise on how good it's been. Rachel Becker's All-American. She's for real. It's really cool to watch her. It's really cool to see Kylie and Shai in their last run, the way they're performing, and most importantly, their leadership has been something that I don't think I could have ever thought it would be this good. And we've worked hard on that. And we've spent a lot of time and a lot of money, brought in some people to help us, and best money we've spent here ever, and on anything. And so I think those are some really cool things. Talon Edwards, kid who should be a senior in high school, to be hitting 450 or whatever it is kind of wild. She plays with no fear. You'll see that. She's hitting number 2 in the lineup. We started her off at 9, trying to protect her, and the only idiot was me. I was like, why am I trying to protect her? Like, she comes out and 3 for 3 in her first game and acting like she's played this game forever. And so it's cool to see. I tell you a cool story that's kind of emerging is Morgan Wynn in the DP spot. I think she's already doubled her RBIs from last year, and taking some incredible at-bats. And maybe the biggest surprise is the freshman class. Man, I just, the Virginia Tech game, playing against a top 10 team. When Katie Lott got the game-winning hit, we were tied up, and she got that game-winning walk-off double. There were 5 freshmen on that field: the pitcher, the catcher, the first baseman, Katie Lott, and the left fielder. I don't know that there's a lot of teams in the country that are gonna be able to run that kind of depth out in the freshman class, and they're performing at a high level, and fighting to play like right now. So it's pretty neat.
And one more for Coach.
How
Where
about
does what piece does where does Whitney fit in to all this? Whitney Clower, in terms of what this offense is doing. Obviously, there's a reason you hired her.
Yeah, it's exactly what I had hoped for. Same thing I talked about John. I don't take any credit. This isn't me. I mean, I'm not running that show. I'm over all of it, but I'm not running it. I think she should be recognized. She came into a really tough spot. A lot of prideful people around here, which is a good thing. We've created that, and we had to all swallow our pride a little bit, and kind of go back to the drawing board, and buy in to something, and the systematic plan that she has on work each day. I had a good talk with Kylie a while back, and I just said, "Hey, how you doing? How you feeling about the hitting?" And she goes, "Yeah, I like it, but it's a little boring at times." I said, "Well, maybe you ought to get used to boring, because boring looks pretty good on you right now." And so it's just retraining. We all have to get retrained in thoughts, and I'm just proud of like Kylie that bought in and didn't fight it. She may have fought, but she didn't fight it. She was just trying to figure it out. So Whitney deserves a lot of credit. And I'm very happy for her, because there's a lot of people that question me to my face, question me behind my back, ran their mouths, and it was hard. It was a hard summer, so when you go through that kind of stuff, your circle shrinks, and you just try to make sure, like I try to make sure for John or Vanessa or anybody who's coaching here, that like I want to give you everything I can to help you be the best that you can be. Same thing that goes for our kids. So I think she deserves a lot. We still got to get better. We can't be a 3-week wonder here. We need to continue to punish people. I don't expect anything less, but I know it's going to get hard. So I'm proud of her in the way she's worked.
Appreciate you, Coach.